Welcome to the In Season podcast, rated R for language.
None of us are doctors or neurologists. The things you're about to hear are opinions of people living with epilepsy or seizures. These are firsthand experiences. Epilepsy can cause speech problems, and the medications are hard to pronounce. So please bear with me.
Epilepsy can cause bad memory, so some stories will be repeated. I'm Pookie. Get ready.
Got one that says seizures and sleep. I just had a short seizure and it lasted about 30 seconds where I was aware. I felt it coming before. I was standing when it started and couldn't move with my tongue, being like twisted. And I was trying to move but couldn't. So it's hard to explain what the seizures feel like. This is my second one while awake, aware. In the past, I've only had them during my sleep. I take 2,000 milligrams of Keppra twice a day, consistently at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m., with 25 milligrams of Excopri only at 8 p.m. I definitely feel like it was my lack of sleep today to blame this one around. I slept at around 3 a.m. and woke up around 5 a.m. to that feeling I was going to get one, but it didn't happen. I couldn't sleep again due to the fear of actually having a full seizure at 8 a.m. I took my morning Keppra and literally 5 minutes later, I got the same feeling of one coming, but nothing happened. I didn't sleep again until around 8:30 a.m., waking up around 12. I know it's probably due to lack of sleep or the problem is that it's so hard for me to sleep nowadays due to the anxiety I get and fear before bed that I will have another seizure. I could lay down and have my eyes closed for hours without sleeping because of this and just don't know what to do, sadly. Does anyone else have any advice? Is there any safe I can take to help me with sleep? Thanks. Me? The laying around for a few hours and stuff, like you said, just laying there, not be able to sleep. That's what I do when I have insomnia. I just lay there for hours. And it's really, really frustrating when you just can't fall asleep and you're there in your thoughts and you're trying to find things to do to make you drowsy. That sucks. Advice for it? I don't want to advise you to smoke weed, but I'll say what I do. I just smoke, and that helps me sleep and helps me eat at times.
Yeah, if you can find ways to get your energy out too, that really helps. If you can do some like indoor exercising in your house and stretching and stuff like that, just a way to get some energy out. That helps me sometimes. I have some trouble sleeping. Luckily, I have some stuff right now that's helping me sleep. But if I do have trouble, because I do have trouble with anxiety too, but trying to get some of that energy out, especially when you're pent up and stuff like that, it's really hard, and that boosts the anxiety, just being stir crazy as well.
Yeah, with the insomnia that lamotrigine cause, it's like I'm laying there for some hours, and eventually I notice that I'm still awake and I'm not dreaming. I'm just laying there thinking.
How much lamotrigine are you taking a day?
200 twice a day.
Oh, 200 twice a day?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm 450 twice a day.
I want to go up. When's the last time you had a seizure?
2 weeks ago. I had 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I want to go up. I'm usually having them 3 to 4 times, 3 to 5, I say, a year.
Yeah.
So far, I'm on 3, so I'm doing pretty good. We're making it through the year at a steady pace.
Yeah, before this, it was the springtime, so I had a good run.
Yeah. Yeah, I got mine wrote down right here. 3 of them right there and 1 aura. Yeah, so it's hard to say with what certain people can do to go to sleep. I just say, sometimes I just give in and I just play video games until I get tired or watch TV until I get tired. Sometimes I just edit a video and eventually I just start nodding out and I'm like, yay, finally tired.
Yeah, put some lo-fi on. Lo-fi helps me.
I can't find anything to help, but I will look into that.
Lo-fi music. That'll help you out big time.
And the only response here to this is medical THC. I don't suggesting you smoke weed. I suggest finding medical THC. Oh,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I like that suggestion of exercise and trying to get into a good routine, because right now my rhythm is off. My sleep rhythm is off. But try to get into a good uh eating habits. Don't drink too much caffeine or anything, especially after a certain period, a certain point in the day. No sugar, especially. Just try to eat good food and good exercise.
Yeah.
Just get into a good rhythm.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
think.
take any caffeine after 6. I completely cut out caffeine. I don't do a lot of sugar unless it's out of like natural sugars like fruit or anything like that. Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, a lot of that type of stuff. Try and cut a lot of those, what do you call it? Preservative type stuffs and fake sugars. That'll really help out a lot too, depending on how your diet is.
Just a good lifestyle in general. I think that really helps.
Yeah, that helps stress. Hmm.
There's one here that says, "What do you say to someone who is depressed?" My brother has epilepsy. He has said plenty of times that he is depressed, and my family doesn't believe it.
Hard one.
What do
I
you?
don't even know what I want people to say to me when I'm depressed. Sometimes. I mean, honestly, I know he says he's depressed, but just try and get him through it. Try and do things for him to get him through it. Don't focus on his depression. Don't do things like that. Help him get through his depression. Don't that's what I would do. Understand his depression. Don't try and ignore it and push it aside. I would try and understand it and help him through it. But don't feel sorry for him. Don't do things like that. Don't let him stew in it and try him build him up and bring him out of it.
What do you think, Jeff?
You know what I think? He should come here every Tuesday and Friday at 12 o'clock Pacific, and his depression will be resolved. It's quite simple.
That's a good
Helping
idea.
mine.
All right, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
And listen to them.
it
Listen to
is
what
helpful.
he has to say.
Mhm.
So some of the
It's
comments here. One of the comments that I thought might be a little helpful was the first one. It says, "I'm here for you. You don't have to go through this alone, and it's okay to feel how you're feeling. If you want to talk or just need someone to sit with, I've got you." I don't think this person read that right because this is their sibling but yeah, they're here for that person if they're trying. I don't think they read it right and read that this is the person's sibling, not them. Yeah. Another person says, "How can I help?" Another one says, "Have you tried to keep him happy instead?" Everyone's dad at some age. Seek help. The pain he feels will pass, and I'm going to be right by your side until he does. All the way. I'm here whenever or wherever you need me. The world will not be the same without you in it. Someone says, "Tell him cheer up. Blue skies are going to clear up. Put a happy face on." That is not something I want to hear.
Mhm.
Cheer up.
That's got to help. We can.
Huh?
That's got to help. How can you? How can you do better than that? Just tell him to cheer up.
Unless
This
it
Cheer
was
sounds
up.
coming from you, it wouldn't work.
this sounds like everything every
Coming
football
from me, it
guy
wouldn't work either, Kate.
yeah.
would
Yeah, how they put it is like cheer up. Blue skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. In that moment, that's not what I want to hear. I might say some
say.
disrespectful things after that, like the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean? You're not going through this, or just react just all irrational.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, epilepsy. I don't, for some reason, I can't take people talking about epilepsy who don't understand it. And you say things like that, cheer up. Someone said just be there, ready to listen, tell them some silly jokes, maybe bring them some snacks.
Yeah, pretty much. Take them out so you can go break some stuff. Like I was talking about one of those rooms, you can take them where you can go break some stuff.
Not to mention have one rolled.
That was Jeff's idea. You always have one rolled. Someone said for guys only. Let's get a
I
beer.
had 4 rolled and I left them at home.
One here says for all the guys, let's get a beer. Epileptics don't drink. Well, actually, they do. Let me stop. I know quite a few. Should not drink. Josh, do you drink?
Every blue moon.
You drink Blue Moon?
No, like every once in a blue moon.
No, I
Yeah.
mean Blue Moon is the name of a beer.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh.
I do blue moon.
To me, beer kind of tastes like water, so I don't drink it unless it's
Yeah.
beer pong.
I'm actually a big fan of Japanese whiskey.
Japanese whiskey.
Yeah.
We have some Japanese jelly.
Oh yeah, that stuff's good. The one in the little plastics.
No, it's not in plastic. It's like in a big glass jar.
Oh, okay.
Give me a second.
Not as good as Japanese whiskey, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But for us, it's close enough, no?
Yeah, probably.
The Japanese whiskey.
Yeah, that's right. Anybody ever discovered a food or a drink that you were surprised might be a trigger?
I have
Yeah, never
problems
had any
with
allergies. With what?
ginger.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, at least you got it narrowed down.
Yeah. But I've
I've
always
heard
had
some
issues
people
with
have trouble with hot chocolate.
hot chocolate.
Yeah, somebody, I don't know if they were on here or if it was in one of the chats from the other groups, but clear enough, clear as day, hot chocolate. No,
So it's like cocoa powder in general?
Swiss Miss. I didn't want to go into it, but
Huh?
I just, it was replying to a comment and they just wrote back clarifying, yeah, no Swiss Miss ever.
No, I can't do Swiss Miss, but Hershey's is okay.
Right?
I'm name brand
We
only.
all have our preferences. Okay, here is the product.
So
All right.
it's honey pomegranate. And
Oh,
everything
okay. So
else.
it's like jelly, not the dessert jellies.
Oh no, jelly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honey pomegranate. She
Nice.
said she got it off a TikTok shop.
Oh.
It's really thin, so I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know how she used it as jelly. I mean, it's not really thin, but yeah,
They use less sugars in it, so it
yeah,
doesn't thicken as much.
yeah. 235 calories, which is really good.
Mhm.
It expires in July of 2027.
Before the jar has been opened.
Before the jar's been opened. Everything's in
After the jar has been opened, everything goes bad. And
everything is in some type of Mandarin. I don't know which one because there's like a bunch of different types of Mandarin. Being that Chinese is not actually a language, it's yeah, honey pomegranate. Ugh. That does not smell good.
It doesn't smell like honey pomegranate no more.
I've never actually smelled a pomegranate, but this doesn't.
Oh, really? Pomegranates are great.
Okay,
They smell.
yeah. I'm sorry. It does smell good. I think the first whiff wasn't good. It smells really good. Yeah, it's everything's in a different language. So, yeah, like I said, it's in some type of Mandarin. I think the ingredients they use are probably what keeps it lasting until 2027.
Mm.
This was made in the United States. It'll expire in 2 days.
so how they treating you, Jeff?
Pretty darn good so far.
Yeah,
All right.
You know, I'm the roof's pretty comfortable, and you know, hopefully we'll get some results.
Doing the
Okay, so
EEG
nothing on
life?
record yet.
Sorry, Josh.
I said you doing the EEG life?
Yeah, the EMU.
Ah, gotcha.
It's either, I hope it's 3 days. They told me it was 3 days, but then they just said it might be 5. But
Oh, nice.
I'm not staying for 5.
Did you skip any
Yeah.
doses?
No, and they were going to skip a dose tonight. But I had some heart issues earlier, so they don't want to do anything tonight. They're afraid I might sue them if I die.
You know the truth.
Yep.
Door open. If you weren't sweating buckets in like 30 minutes, like you're on the West Coast. Like good for you.
Hmm.
Anywhere else, damn near anywhere else in this room, if somebody had a door open, we wouldn't have been able to like breathe after half an hour.
Oh God, yeah, it's like 100 and something here with like 98% humidity.
Where are you at again?
Houston, Texas,
Uh, that's
armpit,
expected.
huh?
So that seems a little expected, right? This time of year.
Oh yeah. Well, pretty much all year. It's like we haven't had our winters are maybe like a month and a half long now.
Yeah, our
Those
Condolences,
dust
winter
Josh.
storms.
was
The only
our
thing I'm gonna
winters
remember
are a
by Texas
couple
is the dust storms.
Yeah, we got a hurricane last year.
like with water and all that.
Yeah, it was mostly wind. I lost power for 11 days. And then so we didn't have water either. So that sucked. And so we were just sitting there sweating it out for 11 days in this house. Like, and it
Oh
was
my goodness.
horrid. Like trees like smashed people's houses and cars. Like I was outside talking to my neighbor and we're just sitting there chatting, and then you hear this big snap and a friggin' tree fell and smashed all his cars.
Does
It was
insurance cover that?
So yeah, insurance covers most of it. The only thing that sucks is like Texas is on its own power grid, which is CenterPoint Energy. It's separate from the rest of the United States.
Hmm.
And so it took way longer than normal to get the whole power grid ready and get everything turned back on. Like some other areas in Houston, they didn't get power for like almost 2 months.
Is that including water, or you just didn't get power?
No, some of them including water too.
Was it like one of those, like I remember in Hurricane Katrina, they were like bringing everybody those cases of water, going door to door doing that?
So it wasn't as bad as Katrina,
But
because
FEMA
there wasn't
still,
like the
you still got
flooding.
a FEMA response.
Huh?
I think he's talking about that FEMA response where they came
Yeah,
to you with like
we did have
necessities.
like FEMA response and all that, and we have a grocery store down here called HEB, and they went out and actually let people stay at the grocery stores and charge their vehicles and their iPhones and phones and computers and generators and stuff, and let them get gas there. But they were running out of gas a lot of places and stuff like that, and water and things like that, and some people were having to travel like hours away to just go get water and food and things like that. But flooding wasn't bad. It was mainly just wind damage.
I was just when you talked about like running out of gas, it made me think about like COVID. Everything was like taken off the shelves and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was pretty much like
Shelves.
pretty a lot like that. Mm-hmm.
Everyone's preparing for a quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's shoot our
Yeah,
prayers up to Rick tonight. That's how it's looking up there.
my my dad, he went shopping for the pandemic, like when everyone was shut down or whatever. And he just like got so many canned foods that he liked, and they're all still on his shelf. Most of them expired last year and stuff like that. He stocked up a lot
Yeah.
of canned goods. I was gonna
Mm-hmm.
throw them away, and he was like, "No, no, no, those last forever." All right.
Don't you touch
Yeah.
the chicken noodle soups.
My buddy, he bought a bunch of those like 5 and 10 year MREs.
Yeah, he has all kinds of soups and beans and baked beans and raviolis and all kinds of stuff. Soups, nice good soups, steak soups and all kinds of stuff, but they're all bad since last year. Um, most of them, and he didn't want me to throw them away. But I do have a post here. It says, focal aware seizures. Did your EEG ever pick them up? I was just preliminary diagnosed with focal aware seizures and started medication. Vimpat 200 milligrams. My neurologist is pretty doubtful that these will show up on an EEG, and I'm not staying in a hospital to be terrorized at that stage. So my question is, how often do these show up on ambulatory EEG, and did that affect your diagnosis? Did it change when you could drive again? I'm a stay-home mom to a 4-year-old, and a primary concern is getting these under control. I'd love some words of encouragement. First comment says, I've only ever had focal seizures, and thankfully my EEG picked them up. I learned from my EEG that seizures come from my right temporal lobe. My EEG also gave me my epilepsy diagnosis. Brain surgery thankfully helped me, but anyway, it's definitely possible for EEG to detect these, just much harder due to how they usually happen pretty deep in the brain. Good luck. Anyone ever have a EEG not pick up their focals?
I always have a pain in the butt time with EEGs. I have better luck with MRIs and stuff.
It was just always the focals with me. The EEGs picked up on the tonic-clonics, but they determined that the focals just, I must be lying. That's the vibe I got anyway. So not taking the meds, skipping 3 doses, and 2 more hours after that, I would definitely have enough to get them the data they wanted. But that was beyond focals.
Someone said my partials were never picked up. Sadly, is this common? I don't know. Another one says yes, and I'm so glad they did, because that was such a low point in my life, and my mom kept telling me how unlikely it is that they find anything. Yes, during my EMU stay, unfortunately, that was used to justify me needing an SEEG before deciding what was the best course of action would be. Also, I learned that some of my seizures started as focal aware, then to unaware. SEEG, that's the one where they put them in your skull.
Subdural.
Yes. We've had someone on here who had that when she was on here. I don't know if you guys remember, but I didn't remember either until I edited the video. So,
Like with the
So
gooey
she had
gel?
she had the whole bandage
uh,
with the electrodes implanted.
yeah, she had them in her head, and then she had like the wrap thing, and then you could see the
Yeah.
little things sticking
And
out.
they wrote on mine, do not remove or do not change or something. They wrote something across my forehead, and I thought it was hilarious.
I got a few of these comments I can go through until you're ready. One said I have a few focal awares in the EMU, but they weren't picked up on an EEG. But I did have a quite bit of epileptiform activity. I haven't yet had a seizure picked up by the EEG. EEG never detected mine. I'm in the UK. You're not allowed to drive with focal seizures. If medication controls them, then you can drive. I am taking Keppra plus the Motrigine for mine. Mine have been under control since 2016. Congratulations to you. Round of applause. Another one says, for my son, yes, most of his seizures come up on the right temporal lobe and right frontal lobe and are focal aware. My husband's focal aware seizure showed up on his 5-day EEG. He had a seizure first night and the EMU. He also had epileptiform activity in his first 15 minutes. Kate?
Yep, already. JME, longer sleep is a trigger? Question. I found that if I wake up by alarm, let's say 7:30 a.m., and I'm way less vulnerable. Even after a heavy party until 3 a.m., I would still be more safe than sleeping to something like 11. Someone else found that sleeping, I don't know what that's supposed to be, but I guess like sleeping late is a trigger. For me, it's not just sleeping late, but it's like switching it up. If I've been on a routine of, 3 to 8 for a long time, then I switch it up and go to sleep at like midnight, then wake up at 4. That might be a rough day.
Yeah, I feel that. Like, I feel like my schedule is pretty concrete of the times that I sleep. So if like the next night I like, oh, I stayed up till 1, well, the next morning I'm still gonna wake up at that time I usually wake up, and now my sleep schedule's all screwed up.
And the dog will back me up on that all the way.
Uh-huh.
The comments on this one are saying I have JME, so relaxing in general is a problem. I can't do breathing exercises either, rather be wired on caffeine than any level of sleep inertia. Sleep inertia, anybody familiar with that?
Never heard of it. Let's see.
Oh, sorry guys.
Sleep inertia, temporary state of grogginess and cognitive impairment. Sleep inertia is a temporary state of grogginess and cognitive impairment that typically occurs when waking up from deep sleep or REM sleep. It lasts anywhere from a few minutes to about 30 minutes and usually resolves as brain transitions from sleep to wakefulness.
Yeah, that part is annoying. That's happened a lot of times where I'm like right in between that awake asleep thing, and that's when it hits. You
Okay,
guys
so
have
it's
that like
like when
seizure
you're
as you wake up
almost
thing?
about to fall asleep and you could pop out of it.
Well, it's either that or waking up, where
Uh,
obviously after the seizure happens, I don't remember waking up, but somebody will say I started to roll over, open eyes, or like not awake, but definitely not asleep anymore, and that's when it hits.
yeah.
Are are you describing like having having seizures when you wake up, or
That's when they're more common for me, but this sleep inertia term that one of the commenters used, I think can describe either, temporary grogginess, disorientation, and impaired cognitive function. So it's either as you're falling asleep or as you're waking up, that any level of sleep inertia might be a trigger for some of us.
because I have JME and I pretty much, yeah, I have that whenever I wake up, you know, or I had that, yeah.
Almost like a jet lag feeling.
I would wake up and the seizures would start, the myoclonic seizures would start.
You ever like threw something while having a myoclonic? Like cook it and then do all that?
Didn't matter
Promote
anything. I had
a
to
lot of stuff.
like uh like when I was younger, I could go on like 3 hours of sleep or 5 hours of sleep, but now I'm like a little older and I I gotta get 8 hours of sleep or you know. Um, the problem was if I woke up and I tried to go back to sleep, then I would start having seizures. So if I closed my eyes again, and then like for some reason my brain would start going off, dude, and I don't know why, you know. That was a huge trigger. Trying to go back to sleep was a huge trigger. That was very bizarre. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe it's something to do with that sleep inertia thing.
Yeah.
You started to go back into it. This person is questioning their dependency, saying, well, damn it, number 200 and something, I forgot. Some of us really depend on our caregivers, and I'm one for the moment. Mine is ready to pop after this long, dark night of the soul. It's been the opposite of a good time. What are some small things I can do between shakes to show her love? What can I do to show her how much this means to me? Thoughts? Okay, well, don't be that hard on yourself. I don't know.
Say that again, Katie.
I guess just show support. This one is saying that they're really dependent on their caregiver for the moment, and he wants to know what are some small things I can do between seizures to show her love and how much this help means to me. I was suggesting don't be so hard on yourself. What do you think, Jeff?
Talk to her. Tell her how you feel.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Mm-hmm.
I think once you let people know how you feel, it feels good knowing that people, the reassurance feels good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I know you care and all that, but showing me that reassurance and telling me stuff when I'm in a vulnerable moment or state feels good.
Also, they'll
Gotta
know
be
they're
willing
not
to
being
hear it.
taken for granted and
Mhm.
that they're appreciated for what they're doing for you.
And in such a vulnerable state, she'll believe you, for sure. Doesn't come across as just being dramatic or whatever. First comment is saying if you're able, and I know this is old school, but if you can, get a few boxes or bags of her favorite treats, chocolate or ice cream, and maybe some flowers. Share some, showing love and just being an awesome kind of person you are, making sure she knows it is the most important thing, and smoke a lot of weed with her. There you go. Do whatever you can to get along. Anytime anyone brings me somewhere to get stuff, I get a little silly secret something for them. This person likes fruit. Okay, here's kiwi. Or if you want something more personal, words on paper go a real long way. Even a small, I can't put into words how much you mean to me, thank you, written down is something they can hold on to. Very good question, by the way. I hope you feel better soon. Hats off to the caregiver. Oh, and then somebody suggested a playlist too. Somebody else says chocolate and candy,
I mean,
Yeah.
who doesn't like chocolate and candy?
right? Just got diagnosed. Hi all. Had my first seizure 2 days ago, 24 male, and just got diagnosed with epilepsy from my EEG results last week. I'll most likely be put on Keppra starting today for 2 years at the very least. Just wanted to vent because I've always lived a healthy life, never saw this coming. We'll have to get used to some lifestyle changes from now on. Any encouragement or advice? Well, you're approaching it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let yourself think that you brought this on at all. What would you guys say to another newly diagnosed 20 something?
It takes time. Don't react right now, and they'll probably give you Keppra because that's the gold standard. They give the first one. Don't just accept anything. Talk to your primary. Tell them you don't like Keppra. Pay attention to how it does, and however, and then say you don't like it or how it works with you because everybody's body is different. It could work for you. It could not work for you.
Mm-hmm.
Don't react off the first week. Don't even react off of the first year. Just try to keep yourself in the best health possible and try to get better. But if you judge your life off of the first year with epilepsy, you might be like me on the edge of can't react off of the first moment. Let it settle in. Let you maybe, let your family tell you, okay, I see the change in you, bad or worse or whatever the case. And yeah. Don't let it destroy your relationships because the anger from the medications I've heard destroy relationships and not from just Keppra. Just sometimes personalities change and you become a little more angry or a little more dismissive or whatever the case. There's been all kinds of stuff people have told me. Yeah, that's it. It takes time. Just keep going. Like Jeff always tells me, put one foot in front of the other. Just keep going. Don't give up. It's going to get better, but it's going to get way worse before it gets better. I'm going to say that. It's going to get way worse before it gets better. So prepare for the worst, but it will get better in due time.
And one thing I would say too is, it's hard to do, but stay aware of your emotional state. Be aware when you see yourself. If you see yourself going to dark areas, try and learn to ask for help. Ask other people, ask your doctor, counselor, things like that. Just ask a friend, come on here, ask us. I mean, things like that. Because, like he said, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna be a B word or whatever you want to call it, and it's gonna be a fight, and it's a fight for everybody. But we're all here for each other.
And during this process, let's say you're gonna want to, but never blame yourself. You know, it is a tough process, and you're gonna want to feel guilty, but don't. Yeah, people around you to help you. It's okay to depend on them. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to just just you know just ask for help from people. I'll just say that again. So just do all that and let it all happen. Okay, it's not, you are not the problem, and we all feel that sometimes. It's very natural.
Yeah, you might feel guilty or a whole lot of different feelings, but at one point I was afraid to ask for help. I felt like I can do this, and I'm going to keep trying to do it without asking for help. And that was part of the denial. Like, I don't need anybody. I can do this. You can't do this alone as much as you might think you will be, as strong as you might be or think you are. Epilepsy will show you that you are not Hulk and you're not the strongest man out there and you can't do everything and that you need help. So don't assume that you can do this alone, because this is not a fight that you can fight alone. Some people, I guess they can. Some people live alone and all that good stuff, but I don't suggest being alone in this fight. So,
And don't try to ignore it. That's what I did. I tried to ignore it for years, and it hurt me physically and mentally. And so don't ignore it. Don't push it aside. You're gonna have to face it.
And that is part of the denial I went through. Just like, I got this. I don't need anybody. It'll get better.
I didn't go to doctors, nothing like that. Yeah, just ran away from it.
Does anybody think they honestly would have been strong enough in those first couple years to do something like learn about it? One of the commenters suggesting my advice is to learn as much as you can about epilepsy. If you have questions, ask the doctor, look up the side effects on the meds, report anything concerning right away. If something worries you, it's important that they know. Bring your family to the appointments so you don't get a doctor that doesn't take you seriously. Remember, epilepsy is different for everyone. Don't assume your experience will be the same as everybody else's. And don't take any information you get on Reddit too seriously. So that's all great advice. But I don't think I was in the headspace to be that good of a patient for the first couple of years. I was
With
still
me,
just trying to
I was
keep
in
my
high
license.
school, and no, I wouldn't have been that strong to go look for help or anything like that. When I got it, I was in high school and I had quite a bit of friends. So I just like totally ignored my epilepsy and tried to just act like it wasn't there, and I tried to just go about life like a regular high school kid, when that wasn't the exactly best idea. And then I would have my friends like, not necessarily hiding seizures, but that would be the definition of just not telling my mom that I'm having seizures in public. And just so we keep having fun. Don't tell I'm having a seizure, call the ambulance, they let me go. We'll go hang out and keep continuing what we're doing. Wasn't the best idea, but it got me here, which I guess ended up good. But yeah, don't ignore it. The denial, it'll take control of you. But yeah, if I go back to the time where I got it and I was in high school, I think I'd do the same thing. If I was thinking like I am now, or I had the knowledge I do now, then I'd not. But thinking of me back then, I wouldn't have done it. Even if someone had advised me, go look it up. I was just running around with friends and ignoring the epilepsy, just hoping a seizure doesn't happen. That's about it. Ignored it for ages. Might be generations. Yeah. I ignored it for a very long time. It's part of my denial. And I broke down and cried, I can't do this. I'm going to give up. I'm going to walk into traffic and stuff of that sort. Yeah, the stress will make you want to give up. And it's going to be stressful.
There's a couple more encouraging comments here too. Saying, I hear you. I was diagnosed 4 weeks ago after my first grand mal in June. Healthiest I've been in years. Hitting the gym 4 days a week. I did a 5-day video monitoring in the hospital and didn't think anything major happened until they did the light strobe testing, which triggered seizures, of which I didn't know. Just felt weird and shock type feelings in my head, like myoclonic jerks, which I had experienced a couple times in the middle of the night before the big one. On the last day, they delivered the news. I held back tears as I was not expecting it. That's rough. To have the EEG and not even realize you had a bad one. Hey, right at the beginning, maybe that's how it was. I could never imagine having a tonic-clonic and not having something bit. That's rough.
I don't always bite anything.
Oh, even on a tonic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't always, but sometimes my jaw hurt because I'll do the like possess.
That's one of those like random muscles that you don't even know you had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Popping the jaw
I-
out of something.
I clench and grind all the time, so you're in danger if you put anything in my mouth when I'm having a seizure. You're never gonna get it back.
Taking fingers.
Probably take your arm off.
Someone told me they did a circumcision.
Oh wow.
Imagine that.
That's one to remember. I wonder if they got a timer on that one.
I was wondering if they got a second date.
Uh,
And the last comment on this one just said it was a rant about Keppra, how horrible it is, and if anybody tries to prescribe it, find a better neuro or get to an epilepsy center. Keppra age is real. Yeah. So
Yep.
that was the last one.
But it works for some people. That's the thing
Yeah.
about epilepsy meds is you never know.
Mm-hmm.
What makes one person a raving lunatic works for somebody else.
And at
Mm-hmm.
different points in your life, that medication might not even work the same.
Right.
Keppra in my 20s was not Keppra in my 30s.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed it.
Mm-hmm. Well, for all those people that Keppra worked for, bless their hearts.
Right. I'm very happy for them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've considered going back with Capra, even though it had horrible side effects.
Yeah.
I mean, before it might be different now. I don't know. Because your body changes over the years.
I would
You
go
may
for a
not,
list of pros and cons. What's
yeah.
good about how well I'm managed now? What do I want to improve if I go on Keppra? Get your little Venn diagram going and see which side outweighs the other.
some people they have to like put work and other things into play. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I can take
Schedules.
this. Some people they're like, okay, fuck the side effects. But for people who have jobs and they're like, I need to make sure these side effects are something I can also work with, then that's
Yeah.
a different subject.
You
Yeah,
still
because I'm
have
in
to
sales,
function.
and customer service, so I have to deal with people and stuff like that.
You taking Keppra?
No, I'm lamotrigine and
Nice.
zenithimide. Yeah, I'm staying away from that stuff. I'd be a crazy person.
I think lamotrigine and zolmismide is a good common combo.
Yeah, it hits and misses, but it's the best one we've gotten so far.
Yeah, I've heard that Keppra and what's it called? Lamotrigine works better together. And they tried to give it to me. Well, they did give it to me. It's still over here in a box, so that tells you a lot.
Yeah, I've done Keppra, Briviac, Vimpat, and Depakote. And then that one that starts with a G, I can never remember the name.
Gabapentin.
Yes.
That's the only one I know with a G. That was
Yeah,
easy.
I was like, I can never remember the damn name. But those are all the ones I've done so far. But this is what I'm on now.
Okay, you guys, I need you to tune in as I read this one because it's not that long, but there is no comments. So I'd like you guys' comments. And it says for adults. So we're all adults here. It says helpful advice navigating adult life with seizures. My focal seizures have severely worsened in the past few weeks. I have been hospitalized for not regaining consciousness. I wake up daily with bruises and my mouth covered in blood or sores. And I am constant physical pain, headaches, back pain. My legs feel heavy. I'm in my early 20s. I just moved post grad and started a new job, and I already missed almost 2 weeks. I found a great neurologist starting me on a new med regimen, which I think is starting to help. I feel less stiff from the levetiracetam, Keppra. The Keppra added to my other seizure meds, already taken, and have a bit better memory. But they revoked my license, and I am worried about my position at work. I have been embarrassed. I have been in embarrassed incidents, and struggle greatly. I feel trapped, weak, and constantly confused when I come to. I guess I'm just asking how people cope. It's easier when I was in school and people were more understanding. But now I am an adult and without family around and trying to navigate this, and it has gotten bad. How have others managed to lead normal? And I know this is a relative term, adult lives with dealing with serious seizure disorders. I live in constant fear and discomfort. Thanks. I'm going to start with one Jeff always tells me. Just keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep going. Jeff.
The other thing is, if you live in constant fear, you're always going to be afraid. So you have to find a way, and for everybody, this is different, to get over that. You just can't live your life in constant fear. I mean, you can, but you're going to be terribly unhappy and afraid all the time. And it's no way to live, especially with epilepsy, because you're having a hard enough time.
To cope, I say you just find things that you like to do and people who you don't mind being around, like people who make you feel comfortable. I find things that I like to do, and so far I've went from hobby to hobby to hobby to hobby, and I've just been jumping around from all kinds of stuff, spending too much money on stuff that I didn't like. Well, not didn't like, but it changed in some time to help navigate. Coping is just find things that keep you happy. Could be an animal, could even be a pet, things that keep you happy and possibly people that keep you happy. Don't be around people who stress you out. Second and third and fourth chances, hoping they don't stress you out again. I don't do that. If I figure out someone is always going to put me in a stressful situation, second and third time, I'm probably just going to be like, maybe we can't hang out this time. How do you guys navigating and coping?
It was tough at first because I used to be a kind of social out there guy, but then once you started seeing people kind of disappear out of your life and stuff, especially when you get into this condition and things like that, and then you start people pushing you out of your jobs or friend circles or lives and things like that, you start to realize people are dicks. But people are also really, really good. And they're all out there and you can find them. And you can find things you like too. And it's really easy to do, and you just gotta look for it. But don't be intimidated by it.
That's encouraging. Don't let it slow you down. Don't be intimidated.
Mhm.
How do you
That's
cope,
a good way
Kate?
of looking at it. I wouldn't say I pretend I don't have it, but I just let it be part of the daily schedule. Take the meds. Don't do anything too stupid, and don't let it hold me back.
Hey, Kev,
So,
how's your coping skills? What do you do to cope these days?
uh, not much. Can't say I haven't tried, but I have the worst social skills in the world. I am worst with people. But when I go out and try to talk to people, like I join social clubs and stuff, I'm awful. I'm just, you know,
Stop it. You're not awful.
Nah,
oh
man.
man. No, 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 no. I mean, uh, I just don't get along with people, you know. And that's cool. But but that's what I do. I at least try. I try to gotta get out of the house. You gotta at least try. So, but
What's the next event you're going to?
I don't know. I'll find something. I think there's a tennis league coming up. Might do that.
Oh, nice.
AJ might be able to give you advice on that. She's got
Yeah, I'm gonna do
rackets
a
and
paddle thing
experience.
tomorrow.
I thought you were joking,
Who, me?
Kevin.
Oh,
I'm a really good tennis player.
Oh,
really?
nice. You got to teach me.
Yeah. Um,
Looking forward to
What kind of racket do you use?
I don't know. One with a handle. I don't know. Yeah.
I play tennis too.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I think we were talking about this before and how much I hate pickleball.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I just don't think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I'm actually
I'll,
going to a paddle opening tomorrow.
I'll do ping pong or tennis, but no pickleball. It's the bastard child of tennis and ping pong.
I agree with you.
Very popular bastard child, though.
Yes, it
Yes, you're
is.
right.
Moneymaker.
I got something, guys. It says they just keep sending me home. I was throwing up all night because they wanted to start antibiotics due to a kidney infection I caused straining myself during a previous seizure and ended up having one in the bathroom. Good thing my wife was there to call the ambulance. How do you move forward? Sounds like you should sue that hospital. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, that happened to me 2 weeks ago. I got a kidney infection from the seizure I had.
Oh, from a seizure in particular?
Yeah, I guess I don't know exactly how I did it, but that's what they told me happened. I guess from the seizure, from the straining on it, there was damage to the kidney, so I guess I wasn't processing the things right, and then it caused a kidney infection, and then it caused my platelets or whatever on my liver enzymes to be off as well.
So did that take longer to recover than the actual seizure?
No, I didn't even know I had a kidney infection. I didn't even feel it at all. They
Oh,
told me about it. I was like, what?
okay.
Like I felt like crap from the post-ictal stuff, but they're like, you have a kidney infection. Probably because I felt so crappy from the post-ictal. But I mean, they pretty much did the same thing to me. I mean, you get out of there. I mean, they're going to discharge you. You have a seizure. They're going to give you the antibiotics for the kidney infection, and you're probably going to feel like crap, and you're probably going to throw up and stuff like that. And the stress from that, you may have another seizure. I mean, there's not much you can do about that. And there's not much
But they're
they
not
can
going
do.
to keep you inpatient just for that.
Yeah, I mean, the most they can do is hydrate you, and monitor. But I mean, if they've already treated and stuff like that, like what they did to me, they pumped me full of Valium, gave me a bunch of saline. They're like, we don't want to see you here anymore. And so I went home and took a long nap.
For whoever posted it, though, they, sound like thankful for the wife being there. Something happened when nobody was around except for her or something.
Well, I mean, if they were in the hospital room, and they're sitting in the bed, there's probably not going to be somebody on their bedside constantly.
Oh, okay. I didn't keep track of the original. I thought maybe it happened like on the way somewhere.
No, if they were in the hospital room and they just got up to use the restroom, I mean, yeah, they could have fallen. And yes, that's good. Their wife was there.
Okay.
But I do have another post. It says, I'm so sick of clusters, so sick of this benzo break. I still have almost a month to see the epileptologist. Since mid-July, I've had maybe 5 free seizure days. Just in August, maybe 3 seizure free, maybe 6 days of no clustering. I'm blessed. Not all my focals are doom panic inducing, but having about 8 focal seizures in a day for a month tires you out, especially the ones I rather have. They only bug me if I think or move. Then I can take hours to recover from them. But as long as I'm not taking any benzos, right? Oh, because these are more than likely originating from my schizophrenia. Said schizophrenia. Someone said this word, schizocephaly. That's what Mark told me. Schizocephaly, originating from my schizocephaly cleft. I'll need an SEEG to officially diagnose these. So yay, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it said, as long as I'm taking my benzos, right? And it said I'll be okay as long as I'm taking my benzos. The only question mark there is right. I don't take any benzos to know what you're talking about. So I heard that benzos aren't good to take, but we need them for rescue meds.
The only time I really have clusters is when I have my breakthroughs. So I can't. I got really nothing on this.
They had me on benzos long term, but
Like,
I know it was bad for you. Like if you're on that for like 5 to 7 years, then something's going to be wrong with your bones or your liver or your kidneys or something.
I've never been on them.
When they
Good,
started
let's keep
me
it that way.
on them, I was sorry.
No, you're good.
When they started me on benzos, it really did help. That in addition to the VNS, it helped with the myoclonic clusters. I'd like to get off them soon, but my neurologist is very resistant to taking me off that. That was the one drug she did not want to lower me off. Depakote, yes, she said we could lower you to pyramid. Yes, she wanted to lower me off that, but not the benzos, not the clobazam.
Let's say not yet.
I guess not. Yeah.
I got another kind of post here. It says, do you ever have hazy days? Of course I do, but I'll read it. It says, let me explain. Sometimes I'll have a day that feels really hazy or maybe like an aura-y. Kind of like a whole day. It feels like I'm about to have a seizure, but thankfully I don't. My head is this little tingly, typical of an aura all day. My thoughts are kind of jumbled together enough to operate and communicate, but still a bit jumbled. And then the next day, a lot of my short-term memory is gone. It feels like the previous day was longer than usual, and the day before that feels like it was a week ago. So like my sense of time is shot for a while, but I never have an actual generalized seizure. Does this ever happen to anyone else? It's like being in a seizure mood all day.
All the time.
Yeah. It's one of those where you're like, it's coming, it's coming, it's gonna come. I feel like this is just overbearing, foggy day or hazy day.
And you're doing your best to stay busy so you can't feel that way, and you're just fucking everything up.
Yeah. It's like when you have a burp that's stuck in your chest and you can't get it out.
Yep. So we do have hazy days. Kevin, how are your hazy days? Even though you're seizure free, you are controlled. Do you have those hazy days?
I do. Depends on the weather. The weather is really bad. Like hot, humid days. I still use the magnet. I'll you know, gotta stay hydrated. Those are the worst days. I really hate humidity. And bad sleep. Humidity and bad sleep. Those are the worst. That's just awful. Those are my hazy days. Yeah.
What part of the country do you live in?
I'm actually in Philadelphia. It's pretty good weather. But it's just the air quality. The air quality in this city is not very good.
You guys don't have a lot of humidity and stuff there?
We know we do. We get really humid days, but it's the air quality of the city is not
Just
very
all
good.
the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of pollution in the city, and yeah, that can really make it just awful, you know. So yeah, those are the two. Yeah, I have my hazy days. Yeah. It doesn't add up to seizures, but I always use the magnet. Oh, always laying around just in case.
When's the last time that you felt like you had to use the magnet?
I used it for show a couple times, on the podcast, but um sometime during August, probably. I was probably really not feeling it, just awful weather. That's what it is, you know. Yeah,
No.
August.
So
September's been
Josh, if you didn't know, I don't think you did. Kevin is who we call the champ. I told him I'm going to send him a championship belt. Um, he's been seizure free for 6 years.
Oh, dang.
And he still comes here, even he's not having seizures, and he's still coming.
Dang.
Yeah, he's the champ.
But no, everything.
Dang, congratulations, dude.
I'm gonna
Thank
give
you.
him. He also has the VNS though, so he got a cheat code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bionic Man.
Over here, $1 million man.
We were wondering.
I seen this championship belt on Amazon. You can get it, decorate your own symbols and stuff. I'm gonna send that to you.
What do you
It holds it up like this, 6 years seizure free.
The other ones?
7 years in November, yeah.
Hey, don't brag.
Uh, what's it
Okay.
for if I can't? Yeah.
Then she has to do this one first, and then yes, and then the other one.
So some of the comments from this hazy days comment. One says, sometimes on those days I feel like I'm just doing things on autopilot and I don't remember much of what's going on. Been there. Another one said, time is an illusion. Life is a blur. That's my mood. I'm a rose. My days are like this more often than not, unfortunately. One says, oh, I'm not alone. Almost every day. Oh, I hope I don't grow into getting those every day. Someone says, I'm having a day like that right now. Yes, I've been diagnosed with epilepsy, but allegedly also PNES, so I'm feeling like the last person to have any idea what an aura is, but this happened to me recently for a full weekend. Very strange, very strange. Literally me yesterday evening. Sometimes I have these after a seizure, like a glass is on the edge of a table. It feels like maybe something is about to happen, but you can't be sure. It's so weird and still exhausting. And my memory of the phase is still a mess afterwards. I'm with you there. I know that phase, and my memory is going downhill. Do you guys ever feel like your memory is getting worse, or do you feel like it's at a plateau ever? I feel like mine has got to a plateau to where it's worse as it can get. You guys feel like yours is getting worse than it is?
I feel like mine is getting worse with every medication they keep adding to it, or, up the dosage or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like my memory I feel like it's at a point where it's just at its worst. I don't think it's going to get any worse than this because I've gotten to a point to where there's some stuff I can remember and I know my short term is gone. So there's that. But
What's short term?
uh, what was the question? That's short term.
Right.
Yeah, that's how short term it is. I can turn around a circle and forgot what I turned around for. It's like the
I
story.
love
It's like the story I explained earlier. Like I'm cooking, and I'll turn around to the sink to do
All right.
something and forget
Sorry,
I'm
guys.
cooking and head out. Yeah, like I said, sometimes my memory is so bad. Like I said, I can be cooking and I turn around and get my phone off the counter behind me, looking at the screen of the phone. Then I walk off into the room and forget I was even cooking until the house is smoking and the rice has no more water in it. And it's hard to get out of the skillet. Out of the pot. So yeah, I've been through that. Memory is ridiculously horrible. Yeah, I wouldn't have noticed unless the smoke alarm didn't go off. I probably would have still been sitting there.
Yeah, I don't like it when people when we say our memory's really bad and they're like, oh, everybody's memory's crappy or something like that. And they're like, no, you don't get it.
Right. I hate when people try to say, yeah, I do get it. And I'm like, no, you don't. And they're like, yeah, no, you're not understanding. You're still not letting me talk. So I don't feel like you
See that
understand.
goldfish in the bowl? I have more
And
in
then they try
common
to
with
throw up
him
some
than
example
I do
like
with
I can't
you.
even remember my social.
Yeah.
Missed medication. Out of nowhere, I took a TC seizure in April 24. By May 24, I was diagnosed with epilepsy and started medication. I've only ever had TC seizures. My partner is convinced I have nocturnal seizures, but I'm finding it hard to word it to my neurologist. Also, as it started recently after diagnosis of TC seizures, is this common? Basically, my partner says I will start twitching my hands and feet repetitively and intensifying. Then I stiffen up and jolt. He compares it to the excursion of Emily Rose during the bad scene. I mumble and or whimper, then I'll stop. There's been a few times I've woken up in the morning with my tongue or cheek bit. However, every single TC seizure I have had, I lost count after 15. I have always wet myself, but at night, and I don't during these episodes. I have not wet myself during the night. Is this something worth mentioning to my neurologist? On top of constant headaches for weeks after a seizure, I'm also wondering if anyone else has ever stopped taking seizure pills because you were seizure free for an extent of time. If I miss my pills for a day, I always take a TC the following day. Does this mean I'll never be seizure free? I'm taking 500 milligrams twice a day of Keppra. First
Go down
comment.
to 250 and you can get a pill splitter. You can split those 250s in half.
I don't suggest stopping meds unless a neurologist tells you to. Kevin, what do you think about that? You're seizure free. Think you're just going to throw those pills out, let them expire, something like that?
Never.
Never.
No, I am gonna throw my pills out. And
Have you ever contemplating not taking them without talking to your doctor or neurologist?
No, I would tell my doctor everything, anything that comes along. I would be very clear with them. Tell your doctor everything, so they could adjust this medicine. That's very, very important that you be upfront and clear with your doctor. So, yeah, that's very crucial.
I make sure to tell the doctor everything and I get a response.
Yeah, I mean, and also it's not going to go away. I think I heard this person say I don't.
Yeah. It
But
says,
don't
does
let
this
them
mean I'll
think
be?
too that like. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, it just says, does this mean I'll never be seizure free? That doesn't mean that. Just because you're on 5 milligrams of Keppra, some people go seizure free on Keppra, some don't. I'm not a doctor. Don't take my advice, but I don't suggest stopping your medication. And yeah, don't stop your pills just because you're seizure free for any extent of time.
Yeah, I didn't do it. I stopped taking my meds when I was younger because I went seizure free for a little stint, and I was like, yeah, whatever, I'm gonna stop taking these. That ended up actually making my seizures worse when they started up again.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I know someone who said he was having seizures. What did he say? He was having seizures when he was a kid, and they stopped, and then he started drinking and started doing crystal meth, and then it came back, and he said they came back worse. But he had only had them when he was a kid, and then drinking and then drugs brought him back. He said he felt like it was 10 times harder, and they haven't left ever since. And he's like my age now.
Yeah, well, alcohol and methamphetamine can lead to seizures in general, so
Yeah.
I mean that's just putting it on a speed run.
Yeah, he's clean now off of the
Yeah.
methamphetamines, but yeah, he said it's rough kicking the alcohol, and he does want to stop. He will be on here today. He usually joins
Wow,
late.
that's good. That's good. He
But
kicked the speed though. That's
yeah,
a heck of a thing.
yeah, he actually said he only got addicted to that because someone told him it was ketamine, and then they found out once they were doing it that it wasn't ketamine, it was crystal meth, which
Wow.
actually sucks. That's like being, isn't that like being what's the word for it? It's like giving somebody a roofie, like giving them something they don't know what they're taking.
Yeah, that's like the whole fentanyl thing going.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's rough.
Just giving people random stuff. I don't even know why people do that.
Hey, Rick. Hey, Toaster. Welcome back.
Hey there. Good to be
Um,
back.
yeah, we missed you guys. How you been?
I have a massive headache going on, so don't mind me if
Gotcha.
I'm hanging back a little bit.
Gotcha. Yeah, the nighttime round is coming. We're packing up in here.
I know. I want to stay up for. I want to try to stay up for that. I took my medicine because, well, Rick knows. I went downstairs after you sent me that, and my dad was going over everything. He and my mom were making lists to go to the grocery store and everything. So we're going to be
Yeah.
well prepared for the when the big storms hit. I know
Yeah.
this
So
isn't a big storm, but it's already starting to affect my brain. What about you?
well,
Are you getting pressure headaches?
actually, I guess that's what it is. I didn't realize it, but now that you mentioned it. So for everybody who's not aware, we have actually two hurricanes or one hurricane and a tropical storm that's now supposed to come our way 1 year after Hurricane Helene came through. So yeah, it's going to be some fun times.
So
Yeah.
you and Toaster are going to experience that because you're both North Carolina. So
Yeah.
Well, we're in the
Yes.
Toaster, how's it
Carolinas,
looking
yeah.
where you're at?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
she's north, I'm south, but we're close enough to each other that, you know, I guess I can
I'm
drive
the
over there
south
and
of
see.
North Carolina, and he's the north of South Carolina.
Yep.
Say that one more time.
I'm in the south of North Carolina, and he's in the north of South Carolina.
Okay.
We're
So I
both near
guess if
the
you want to
border.
look at it, you know, she's in North Carolina, I'm in South Carolina, but there's only like a 90-minute drive between us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Threw me off. South and the north of the north and the south. It was a lot. I mean, to deal with in a few seconds in my head.
Please take your medication as prescribed or whatever works for you. We're not doctors.